Hey, it's Adam, and in this video, I want to talk about why you can't meditate. Now, a lot of people discuss with me their personal problems because I like listening to people and I like giving people advice, so people come to me for advice. And a lot of people will tell me about how they're super stressed out and how this causes them back pain, or they're addicted to eating food, or they're addicted to smoking weed, or they're addicted to watching porn, or they have a lot of brain fog. And I ask them, I say, okay, well, to me, it seems that a lot of your problems would be solved if you practice meditation. Have you tried practicing meditation? And they say, no, I can't meditate. I can't do it. And I'm just like, clearly you can't meditate. That's why you should meditate. That's why you should practice meditating. It seems really obvious. A lot of people have this really weird belief in their mind of I can't meditate, or I'm not good at meditation, or I'm not built for meditation. Other people can meditate. My husband, he's good at meditating, or my girlfriend, she can meditate, but me, no, I it doesn't work for me. Like, okay, do you see how absurd this is? If you don't practice meditation, of course you can't meditate. It's like, duh. What? It's like the same analogy of a really overweight person who doesn't want to exercise or go to the gym, and they say, oh, I can't exercise, I'm really bad at it. Clearly, you're bad at exercising because you don't exercise. And now you've gained all this weight, and in the analogy for meditation, you've gained all these bad negative mental tendencies. How do you expect for it to be easy for you? Do you expect to go to the gym being 50 pounds overweight and having a super easy time lifting weights? Meditation is supposed to be difficult. You're not supposed to like it. It's not supposed to feel like it's working. I talk about this in my video. There's no such thing as bad meditation. And a lot of people have this really weird belief where they think that meditation is supposed to be relaxing and calming, and that the first time they try it, they should be able to just sit down for 30 minutes and just focus on their breath and relax. That's not how it works. And a lot of people are really soft with themselves because meditation, being able to sit down and face yourself, is super, super difficult. And most people can't do that because we have demons, we have emotional baggage that we don't want to face. So when we sit down alone in a quiet room, we're forced to turn our attention inwards, and we're forced to see how messed up our inner room, our inner self is. That's why our society, and that's why no wonder you're addicted to eating food and playing video games and socializing with friends. No wonder you can't focus your attention inwards, because your inwards is all messed up. And what you've been doing to cope with that is focusing your attention outwards all the time. Focusing on your work, focusing on your friends, focusing on eating your food and watching movies and distracting yourself. Of course, because God forbid you were able to sit down for 10 minutes and just focus on your breath. You might realize that, oh shit, I can't do this. This is hard. I can't sit down for 10 minutes alone and close my eyes and breathe and relax. I can't do it. Yes, exactly. You can't meditate. So no wonder you're bad at meditating. You can't do it. You don't practice. Your inside is all fucked up because you ignore your emotional self. You ignore your inner trauma, all your demons. You try and suppress them. So if you're 50 pounds overweight, of course it's going to be difficult when you decide to go to the gym and you grab those dumbbells and you try and lift them. You notice, you feel your muscles tearing, you start sweating buckets. You don't like that sensation. Of course, you've spent the last 20 years of your life overeating, and now you have terrible habits and your body's not used to exercising and being healthy. So it's going to be really difficult. And the same is true for meditation. So I have some tips for you if you're a beginner for meditation and you're just starting a meditation practice, or maybe you've tried meditation and you feel like it doesn't work for you. Here are some realistic expectations to have. And if you have the right mindset and you use these tips and you have these proper expectations, then you're going to be able to reap the rewards of having a good meditation practice. So, first of all, realize that you're not going to be good at meditation. It's not going to be easy for you for the first couple months. For me, personally, I'm still not good at meditation, and I've been meditating for hours every single day for years. And I personally still feel like I'm still not good at meditation. But that doesn't mean that I don't get benefits from it by practicing it, even if I'm not good at it, because slowly you get better and better and better and better. Some days I sit down to meditate for 50 minutes and it's the most painful, most emotionally challenging experience that I've ever had. So I've been meditating for a long time. So if you just started your meditation practice, what do you expect from a 20-minute meditation sit? You're going to be sweating. It's going to be difficult. You're not going to like it. You're going to want to turn the TV on. You're going to want to stop your timer. You're going to feel like your heart is, and your mind and your muscles are just burning. And the boredom is literally going to be searing your ego, and you're going to hate it. That's what you can expect. It's going to be difficult. This doesn't mean you're doing meditation wrong. It means you're doing it right. If your meditation hurts a lot, that means you're doing it right. Because what's happening is you're being forced to face the fact that you are not emotionally mature enough to sit down and relax and not have to distract yourself. This is true for 90% of people. Most of us, unless we take proactive efforts into practicing meditation or yoga or anything that helps us calm our mind, that's not an external thing. So smoking weed doesn't count, or watching a movie doesn't count. If you can't sit alone in a room for 20 minutes and not want to kill yourself, then you have a lot of work to do. How do you expect to be happy in your life if you can't meditate? You really have no choice. So do you see how silly this is when you say, I can't meditate? It's like, okay, like, what the fuck do you expect to do with the rest of your life then? If you can't sit alone and relax and be happy, what do you expect? You're just gonna drift around life, always trying to distract yourself and overeat and be stressed out and anxious and nervous all the time? So when you're telling me you can't meditate, you're just admitting that you suck, basically, and your mind has not been trained properly because you're lazy and you don't give a shit about your own internal emotional health. And yeah, you can't meditate. You're right. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you say you can't meditate, you won't do it. And then you're right, you can't meditate. I agree. But don't you see how important this skill of meditation is? Don't you see that if you aren't a good meditator, really you can't be good at anything in life? Yeah, sure, you can be good at some technical skill, some mindless job or whatever, or you can be really good at origami, let's say, but you're not that good at meditation. But do you realize how much better your origami skills, for example, would be if you had the ability to just meditate for 30 minutes or an hour? Now, some people tell me, they say, well, Adam, exercise is my meditation. Or they say, when I swim, that's my meditation. Or when I do yoga or go for a walk with my dog or drive to work, that's my meditation. And yeah, definitely you can get into a relaxed flow state when you do an activity. But if swimming is your meditation, for example, and some stressful life experience presents itself to you, like you're at work and someone starts yelling at you, what are you going to do? Go swim quickly so that you can relax? Do you see how you can't rely on an external activity to calm you down? You have to be able to actually sit down and do nothing. And this is super difficult for me personally. My mind is very hyperactive. I think at 1,000,000 miles per hour. My mind's racing everywhere all the time. It's how I am. It's part of, well, I guess you can say it's a self-image, it's a belief system, but my mind is extremely hyperactive. I'm very quick thinking and creative, but I also can't shut that stuff off. So for me, when I practice meditation, I've had meditation sits where I wanted to absolutely kill myself. I'd be sitting for an hour in intense pain, and my mind is tormenting me with all types of negative thoughts, cravings, telling me to stop, thinking about other stuff, thinking about worrying about the past, thinking of worrying about the future. And it's hard. You sit there and it's difficult. You don't like it. That's the point of training your mind. So none of this bullshit about I can't meditate or meditation doesn't work for me. Like, stop it. Stop it. Like, do you really not care about yourself? That you're gonna feed yourself this belief system of I can't meditate? Every single human being on earth can meditate. Maybe if you have some type of brain disorder, like schizophrenia or something, but even a lot of these brain disorders can actually be alleviated with a type of very specific tailored meditation practice. So people with schizophrenia, sometimes meditation can aggravate their schizophrenia, but sometimes it can actually help soothe them and sometimes get rid of their schizophrenia altogether, because they realize that schizophrenia could have been triggered or caused by extreme stress or emotional trauma in their body and in their mind that they're resisting. So no more of this I can't meditate. That's bullshit. And none of this meditation where like you meditate for like 3 minutes. Like what the fuck is that? 3 minutes of meditation. Like are you serious? You're gonna say, yeah, I just started meditation. I started with 5 minutes. It's like 5 minutes. What's 5 minutes? Are you serious? It takes me 5 minutes to brush my teeth. Like you should be starting minimum, I'd say 20 minutes, but if it's like really like the most painful thing for you, then you should do 30 minutes. Because if you can't sit and relax for 20 minutes, 20 minutes is not that long. It's not that long. So people are starting, they're like, yeah, in the morning I do 3 minutes of meditation. It's like, what 3 minutes of meditation? Like, okay, yeah, I guess that's okay, but like 3 minutes is when like I finally get comfortable in my sitting position, and then what, you're done already? You should be meditating for at least 20 minutes with the intention of building that up to half an hour, up to a whole hour. You should be able to sit. I sometimes can sit for an hour, but a lot of the time, even an hour is difficult for me. My knees, my legs hurt a lot. I'm working on my knee flexibility. Sometimes I just get super restless. But 20 minutes, that's nothing. So if you're starting meditating, you're doing 1 minute or something, like what? Are you serious? Like 1 minute? That's like driving to the gym, grabbing a dumbbell, doing one bicep curl, and then leaving. Like like have some self-respect, like honestly. So thank you for listening. I hope this video helped you. If you want more depth, more detail explaining how to meditate, you can watch my video, How Meditation Works. I'll link it in the description. I hope you have yourself an amazing life, and good luck in your meditation practice.